Hi everybody, it's Charlie Sports Cards here. Today I'd like to talk about the different grading companies for different cards. Okay, so everybody talks about card grading services. Okay, people say, oh, I don't want to pay that much because it's not a PSA card, it's not a Beckett card, it's not a Mint card. Okay, so my point of view is I know PSA is the top, Beckett comes in second, and Mint comes in third. I think GMA and then Historic comes in like fifth. So, me personally, I have graded cards from all of the companies, and that's why I'm here talking about this today. So, first company we're going to talk about is Historic. Okay, the Historic card is same thing as every other card. It comes with a serial number on it, so you can call the company up, find out who actually did the grading on the card and what year it was done. Okay, so this is a 1979 Mike Schmidt card graded at 8. Okay, got that for $8 on eBay, so that was a good buy. Okay, and I went to their web page. They have nothing about pricing, so I couldn't tell you what the pricing is to send one card into them. Okay, and like I said, I'm just going to tell you what it costs for one card. I don't know about the mailing and all that stuff. That's all in the other subscriptions and all that stuff, so you'd have to go look that out yourself. I'm just talking about the card getting graded, what it cost. Okay, so the second card company I'm talking about is Mint Card Grading Company. Okay, for one card to be graded, now they have 3 different turnaround days. They have a 2-day turnaround day service. Okay, for the 2-day service, it would be $29 per card that you're putting in. Okay, for the 6-day service, it would be $26 per card for 6 days turnaround. And for the 30-day service, it's $22 per card. Okay? I don't know if that includes shipping and handling. That's, you'll have to look into that a little more. But I'm just talking about what it costs to get the one card graded. So this is the Mint Card Grading Company. Okay? From what I noticed, they have 3 different kinds of holders. And that's the top reading things here. Okay? The bottom one here is white with a gold outline, black writing. The second one in the middle here is white with a red outline with black writing, and the top one is gold with a black writing and gold border. Okay, so they're all good cards in there. That's a Shaquille O'Neal rookie. That is a Derek Jeter rookie, and that is an Alex Rodriguez rookie. Okay, and if I had questions about why the card was graded at 10, I could always just go to that number there, call up the company, and they could tell me who graded it and when it was graded. And who submitted it, actually, they probably could tell you. Okay, so that's always good to have your cards graded. You want to get, if you have a card at home and you don't want it to sit around the house because of dust and all of that stuff and the wear and tear or whatever, so it's best to get your cards graded as soon as you can and for what you can afford. Okay, the third card company I'm going to talk about is PSA. Okay, PSA has 2 different top borders. Okay, one with this fancy logo that they have down here, and the other that just says PSA in white around in the red. Okay, also you have the serial tags here, and then you have the serial number of the card, who graded it, whatever. The backs look like this. Okay, pretty cool. So it's nice. I mean, it's pretty expensive to get them graded there, but it does come in a good holder. Cards don't move or shuffle around. Okay, let's go to PSA. Okay, I believe you have to join that club, and from what I'm looking at is they only have, for one business day, it's really ridiculous. That's for a $500,000 card. It's $500 for the card to get graded. So I believe it's the prices of the cards in the thing. So I believe there's a whole bunch of stuff on their web page you got to read, because you also got to know the prices of the cards when you send them in to them. So I'm just going to say, to get them one card graded from them without being a member, I think is like $30. Okay, so don't hold me to that or hate me or write hate comments, but that's what I think. Okay, but I think you got to be a membership, and plus they give you a couple of free card gradings. I think it's like 15 or whatever for the bottom one, and then when if you do the top tier membership thing, you get more free grades from them. So that's all I know about PSA. I really didn't look into them because once I found out what the pricing was or whatever, it was like $250 to join, and I think the cheapest way was 150 bucks. So if I'm talking out of my ass about that, I'm sorry, but that's when I looked into it and how it was. Okay, the next company I'd like to talk about is Beckett. Okay, I have two different cases here from Beckett. Okay, this actually came from I think Beckett put out they were buying packs or whatever, and they were putting packs into cards into a box. It was like 20 bucks, and you got a free graded card. So this is what I got when I bought that box, which is a pretty cool card, and you can see it's graded by Beckett because it says it. Okay, this is a Brian Leach OP card, graded 8.5 by Beckett. And what I like about Beckett is they do actually tell you what the corners and all of that stuff is and how they graded it that. Okay, this also has a serial number over here in the corner. So if you had questions, you can call up and ask them why it was graded that way. This case is a little thicker than this Beckett case, okay? And it is just a tad wider than the card I got out of the box from Beckett. But I think that's Beckett trying to do a new thing or whatever. Okay, and over here on Beckett's website, you can get cards graded from them, okay, if you're not a member, okay? And to get one card graded at a 30-day turnaround is $15. No, is $25, okay, on a 30-day turnaround. And to get on a 2-day turnaround is $50. And to get on a 5-day turnaround is $40, and to get on a 10-day turnaround is $35. Okay, so which is pretty cool. It's a little expensive, but if you have the money and you want to put them in these cases, then that's what you should do. Okay, now the last company I'm going to talk about is GMA. Okay, I use GMA because I have a lot of old cards that I want to put into plastic cases and get them into holders. Okay, in case something happens around the house. This is a newer card that I put in. It's the Future Star. It's the Topps Aaron Judge #1 All-Star Rookie card. Okay, and it came back a graded mint 10. So I told a couple of my buddies, I said, hey, I went to this thing. I found this card company. They grade cards, one card for $3.50, and it's a 7-day turnaround. And they're all telling me, well, that's because they suck. They grade every card a 10. So I was like, no, they can't grade every card a 10. So then I sent in my Ken Griffey rookie card. Okay, came back at 10. So I said to myself, wow, maybe they do grade everything a 10. So I sent in a stack of cards one day, and they all didn't come back 10s. Trust me, okay? Because I got this card back, okay? And this is a Hank Aaron card, okay? Whoop, look at that. It flew out of my hands. Came back a 3, okay? So they don't go grading everything a 10, okay? This card grading company is a good grading company. It's solid. The cards don't move. I mean, so people will pay the higher price for a PSA card than they do for a GMA card, okay? Which I think is wrong, because if it's graded, all these guys went to the same grading schools or whatever, or however they became professional graders, okay? And before I, get off the rant here, I looked at the card and I said, wow, I thought that should have been a 5. You know what I mean? And I'm not no professional grader or whatever. So other than that, I can just say PSA is the best. Beckham is right behind them, and Mint comes in 3rd place, and GMA comes in 4th place, and Historic I wouldn't even use because I can't find a pricing thing for them. So it all has to do with the price range that you could afford, okay? At a certain point in my life, spending $3.50 to put cards in cases is worth it, because one day I'm going to give my cards to my grandchildren. Okay, I do sell cards that aren't graded, and I do sell cards that are graded. I mean, I was selling this for I sold this for $10. Okay, that's because I only had to pay $3.50 to have it graded, and it was easier. And I actually got that card in a pack, and I did sell one of these like that, and it, you know, hey, somebody else got lucky and got a graded 10 Guerrero card in a couple of years when the card hit skyrocketed prices. Okay, and that's a Topps Chrome card. So when these cards go up in price, people, you know, will pay better money. And then, but somebody's going to look at it and say, "Oh, that's a GMA graded. I don't want to pay that money." Well, you know what? It's the same thing as a PSA grade. Okay? Because if you call them up and ask them who graded the card, they'll tell you, and they'll have why the card was graded that next to it. Okay? And I know I've seen people do on YouTube here, crack the cards open and save it and send it in to PSA and see what they come back. And a lot of the cards from the one video I saw came back the same. And actually, PSA ruined one card on the guy, so he was pretty ticked off, that guy. So my thing is, use the grading companies to put your cards in. If you need to put your cards into PSA, you might as well just put them into the GMA until you could afford to get them into the PSA. Or if you have that kind of money and you have this subscription and everything, do the PSA. But I know if I wanted to send 20 cards in right now, it's going to cost me $93 to get them all graded and sent back to me. So I can't go on about that no more. But my next video will probably be a little more fun, because I want to do your favorite baseball player from each position. And I'll have mine laid out here, and I'll show you guys, and then you guys come back and let me know what you think. Okay? Please subscribe to my page. I also have a Facebook page that's Charlie Sports Cards, and I also have an Instagram page that's Charlie Sports Cards. All right? Thanks a lot, and subscribe. And I couldn't do this without a bunch of people. There's this guy that does YouTube things on here from PSA. He's great. Gave me the confidence to do this. And Lightning Cards on Instagram gave me inspiration to do this. The kid Vinny, he's a great kid. I dealt with him on texting back and forth or whatever. Great. And New York Best is another kid on Instagram that I deal with. Another good, great kid. Please look them up and try to join their sites. They're great people, and couldn't do it without you guys. You guys gave me the confidence to do this. Thanks, guys. Bye.